Hey everybody, this is Brian Hardy. I am the instructor, I guess, for K201. I'm an adjunct, so I'm not a professor here at IU. I work at Cummins most of the time, and they let me teach for 9 years now, um, students at IU Columbus. And I want to walk you through, this will take about 15 minutes. I want to walk you through how to kind of get going with K201 here, so it's not so weird looking. But let's kind of jump right in here. So I live in Columbus. If you went to Hauser Elementary or high school, you may have had my wife as a teacher, Mrs. Hardy there. I have students who both went to IU, so we're an IU family. So I also teach other business classes here in town at IU Columbus, X100, J201, M405, and some MBA classes, all business classes. So you may have seen me around campus a little bit, or maybe online with another class. So for this K201 class, if it's an online class, it is asynchronous, which means we don't have times that we meet, which works for a lot of folks, can be a little dangerous for others. However, even though we don't meet, we have a ton of deliverables in this class, like 45 assignments, something like that. It's just a bunch of smaller assignments to do to get this class done. So you're mostly going to be learning about Microsoft Excel, a little bit about Microsoft Access, and a little bit about just the computer and in the business world. So let's do this. Let me open up Canvas. Let me share my screen. There we go. All righty. I think I'm sharing it. Okay, I am sharing my screen. If let me make sure I'm doing this right. Sorry. Screen two. Share. Okay. So this is the K201 class. I'm doing this in spring of 2024. But I just wanted to walk you through some things. You'll see kind of the same stuff you see in all the other classes: home, modules, grades, announcements, all this business. I would encourage you, first off, to start on this home page and just simply to read through this stuff, right? You can read the announcements if you want, or you can click on it here in a little bit. I definitely would read the announcements. There's some serious things in here. And then again, kind of pick through this, right? Here's a little bio about myself. Me telling you that you need a computer. If not, go to the campus and use all the computers there. Real brief introduction. And then after that, I would walk you through the syllabus, right? So there's a few things in the syllabus that are good to know. The first thing you see all these due dates down here. Let's hold off in a second on those. I actually want to click on the syllabus itself first. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to download it because it's easier to use in here. There we go. We're getting there. Okay. So here's my cell phone number. Come on, man. This is my cell phone number. I prefer that you send me an email through Canvas. I check it every day, a couple times a day, and I respond more quickly through Canvas email. I have a regular job during the day, so I don't respond to text very quickly. My phone shuts off at 10 o'clock at night, so I'm not going to respond after 10 or before 7 a.m. If you want to, if you need to at some point, you really need to talk to me or set up a Zoom call, we certainly can. I'm happy to do that. But let's start with Canvas inbox email. And by the way, if you do send me an email in Canvas, please, please, please be very specific about what you're asking me about. If you want to include a screenshot, if you want to include a link to an assignment, it's super helpful. Outside of just getting a random email that says, hey, I don't understand the assignment. I have no idea what you're talking about. So give me as much information up front, and we can be efficient with our time. I prefer to, if we're going to chat around the noon hour or around 8:30 at night. Just that works for me pretty well. All right. More in the syllabus. Here's the points and grades, such. You can, if you can do some math here, you can start adding up. There's about 40 different assignments that we're going to be turning in, 40, 45, for a whole bunch of smaller point values. So you have, again, a lot of work here to do, but it's a lot of small work. It's not going to take you a ton of time to do. All right. If you're a business student, you do need a C- in this class to make it count for your business degree. If you get less than a C-, the class is offered all the time, every semester. Happy to teach it twice. All right, so that's the syllabus. Close that out. Since you see all these assignments down here, let's not look at them here. Let's go to, first of all, let's just go to modules, right? So modules is a great place to kind of get going. I kind of walk you through it here with the start here. So this is probably where you found this video. But before that, you see this number up here. This is the Cengage technical support line. Cengage is a company that has a website, and they've interfaced with Canvas and with IU, a lot of other universities, to have online learning, basically. And this class is through Cengage, basically. When you start clicking on assignments, you're going to get to a Cengage website. And the testing type material, trainings, tests, projects, it's all going to be on the Cengage website. So if you're getting something weird happening and I'm not responding to you very well, you can always call this Cengage line. You'll go through a queue, and within about 5 minutes, someone's talking to you. They're very helpful. Also, if you have another Cengage class, you might check out this Cengage Unlimited student dashboard, because if you already are signed up with Cengage and are already using them with another class, they offer a discount if you have more than one class. And to get signed up with Cengage, I think it was paid for in your, when you paid to sign up for the class. I think that's all been taken care of, but get a discount if you have two classes. Excuse me. So once you do that, start here, right? So start with this video. After you get through this video and you're done with it, go to the next one. Go here next after watching this video. Right? There's a welcome, getting started resources. It's going to walk you through some Cengage material here. Just click on each one of these one at a time and simply watch them. You'll get through all of this in about 15, 20 minutes tops. Right? And once you do that, then you'll get into our first few assignments here after a few more upfront brief verbiage here. So module 1, computer skills training here, you basically watch a video, 10 or 15 minute video, and then you get 10 points, right? I'm giving you 5 or 10 points for watching a video. Same thing with the next 4 or 5 minutes. You're going to watch about 6 videos here, and then you get all these nice points up front, right? So I'm going to skip around a little bit. I'm going to go off modules and I'm going to go down to assignments, because this is where this makes sense. So in assignments, everything is in chronological order, right? So you are going to start with this pre-assessment. It will give you a grade, but when you're done, if you completed it, I'll give you the full 10 points, regardless of what your grade is. We just want to see where you are. And then you'll watch these videos that I just mentioned, and then you're going to take a post-assessment that basically grades you on these videos. So if you need to go back and rewatch a video, feel free, or take notes. But that post-assessment is another 10 points, and you get what you get there. I'm not going to change that grade. Once you're done with that, then you get into all of the Excel assignments, and these are all of them. And for every chapter, and there is an ebook, and I'll show you how to get there. For every chapter, there's about 3 assignments to turn in. There's a training, there's an exam, and then there's a project. I would encourage you to take these in the order that I have them here, right? Take the training, do the project. The project is you working through an actual Excel spreadsheet. They start easy. They get a little tougher. And then when you're done, take the exam. When you're done with the project, you'll have to save there's instructions on all this, but you'll have to save your Excel spreadsheet and then upload it again into it's Canvas basically, but it goes to Cengage, they grade it, and they tell you what you got. You can take projects up to 3 times. You can submit them up to 3 times, and it takes your best grade, right? So if you got a bad grade, take it again. And you do kind of do that for a while here. There is an extra credit assignment somewhere here in the middle. There you go. So it's around chapters 5 through 8. You'll have a 30-point free 30 points if you get them. Extra credit assignment. Then you go on through here, and then finally you get down into the Microsoft Access modules. And it's a training exam. There's no projects, but you have 8 of these, and you'll be doing these in May or maybe April as we get down to it. You'll notice in every one of these assignments here that there is a due date, and there's also an available until date, right? So I have made all of these available until, well, I'll go change that. Some of these, yeah, I need to fix some of that. Some of these are out of whack. But normally, the assignment is due and you have a week to do it. After a week, sometimes that assignment's going to close and you're not going to be able to do it. But I think we leave a lot of these open for a few weeks. So I wouldn't do these at your own pace. I would do them at your own pace as long as you're doing it as fast as my pace, right? If you start getting behind on these due dates, I am telling you right now, it is hard to catch up. And students fail this class every semester. Taught this class for 6 or 7 years, dozens and dozens of sections of it. And every semester, every one, someone fails. And they fail for all the same reason. They simply don't do the work and they simply don't get enough points, right? Folks who do it and maybe don't do a great job through, but complete all the assignments, still get a passing grade, and they've learned something and they move on. So I encourage you. I know you got everything going on, sports, job, family. I get it. IU Columbus is a commuter type college. And everybody has that. Everybody has a job. Everybody has school. Everybody has work, family, sports, all that business. But do the assignments. I'm telling you. These classes are too expensive to have to retake. Okay. Sermon over. I'm going back to modules. And again, inside the modules, there is some help in here. So when you scroll down about 3 or 4 sections here, you get to this section right here. So this is really important. See this recorded Zoom class meetings, project assignment help? Well, these are about, I don't know, 7 or 8 me actually teaching a live class and walking through every problem on those projects. So I'm sort of giving you the answers here. Yeah, you got to watch the video. The video takes about an hour to watch. But if you get stuck and you just don't know what you're doing, you can open up one of these videos on one screen. You can have your assignment on the other screen, and you can just kind of follow along. And if you didn't catch what I said, you can rewind it, go back. And it is a super big help for a lot of folks. It's not every project, but it's, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So there's some good help here. Take advantage of that if you're not getting it. And again, then the module starts to look like the assignments page. It just sort of goes down. There's all the Excel, there's all the Access. Do not start with Microsoft Access. Those aren't due until April. Start with the videos, and then do the Microsoft Excel, and then go to the Microsoft Access. Okay. All right. Let's see. When you do, let's just walk through the first assignments. Okay. Say you're going to watch some videos. Let's do that. So here's the first video. The first thing you ought to be doing inside the Cengage website. So it's the first one that's got a due date. Let's click on that. And when you do that, this pops up. And you want to click on this box right here, Load Module 1 Computer Concepts. Your view might be different from mine. I'm not in the student view right now. Sorry. But it takes a minute to load. Make sure your internet's working. If you don't have internet, go to campus. And again, your view might look a little different from mine, but this is what happens. It says, do you want to check the system? You can if you want, but here's the start button over here. So once I start it, it pops up on the other screen. I'm going to move it back here. And it basically just has a big play button. And it says, okay, what do you want to do? It says task 1 of 16. And I think I got to the wrong place because now I'm at the module 1 computer concepts skills training. So this is actually a training assignment and not one of the videos. So let me show you this.
Life was different before the internet.
No, I'm sorry. It's a video.
Grandparents had to make a trip to the bank. But most banks
right
today let you track your balances.
There's a video. When you're
with a mobile bank.
Done watching the video, it will ask you to submit it. And you do. As soon as you do, you get 10 points. Piece of cake, right? So let me show you what happens when you are in assignments and you want to do something other than watching one of the 5 videos up front. Let's say you want to do one of the Excel assignments, right? So here we go. Let's go down here. And this is let's do the training. So here's Excel 1. SAM is what they call it at Cengage. Here's the box again. You want to click that. Excuse me. It's a coming. Cool. Here's the start button again over here. Click the start button. And it's opening up on my other screen. Here we go. It's a loading. And it is loading what we call a training. This is module 1 training. And I'll show you the book here in just a second where you can pick through and read through this. But these trainings, I don't know if you even need the book for this stuff. It kind of walks you through it. So you click on the big start button here.
After you have created and saved a workbook, you may want to work with it later to revise or update contents. To do this, you will first need to open the workbook. On the Excel introduction screen,
so it is walking you through
click open.
Just how to do stuff, right? They're moving the cursor. I'm not moving it.
The open gallery appears.
And you'll notice up on the top up there where it says observe.
You can choose from files on your computer or online.
Let's stop this.
In the left section of the open gallery, click this PC.
Sorry, it's not letting me stop it. Here we go. I'm going to pause
Excel.
it. There you go. So you can do a couple things here. One, you can watch this 1.5 times speed, and she speaks a little quicker, but it's a little faster. You can turn it up, unmute it, all that business. So you're in the observe section of the training. And once the observe is over, then you go to the practice, right? So you do the practice. Now they're kind of telling you what to do. So instead of them doing it, instead of them doing it for you, you're supposed to do it, but they're going to point you to where you should click something or type something in. And then lastly, once you do the practice, then you go to the apply button. And the apply button, they don't tell you what to do. They just give you a task down here at the bottom and they say, do it. It says, open the workbook. Okay. So I'm going to open a workbook. So I'm going to click here, which was the incorrect thing to do. So I'm going to go over to open and I'm going to browse for something. And there it is. There's the thing I should open. I'm going to click on it and click open. Boom. I just opened something. It says you have completed the task. Click on the screen. It'll give you task number 2. There it is, 2 of 41. So there are 41 really small tasks here to do. And once you do it, you click submit and you've submitted the first training. The exams are very similar, right? So the trainings and the exams, very similar. The exams don't tell you how to do it. They're just expect you to know how to do it. And read the instructions, because if you don't, there's some tricky things in there. And or if you try to take a shortcut, they'll get you. So let me do one project while we're here as well. So they're a little different from the trainings and the exams. So I click back on the assignment section. I'm going down to project number 1. Project number 1 pops up. There's that box again. I'm going to click on the box, the window, the button, call it what you want. There you go. And I'm going to click start. And then it's going to give you a few things here. And these are important. So you'll have an instruction file for every project. And then you'll have a start file. This is the Excel file. Notice the XLSX, that's Excel's last name. And the DOCX is a Microsoft Word file. So you're gonna have a Word, you're gonna have an Excel file. I usually click download all. When you're done, you're going to come back here and you're going to browse files that because you've saved it somewhere. And once you've saved it, you're going to put it back in here, then submit it. This is what all this is. So you can leave this open if you want, but I'm going to open both the instructions file, which opens to another screen, of course. And I'm going to open the Excel file. That's not it. Sorry. Here it is. Okay, I clicked enable editing up there, and I now have a Word document that has, I don't know, 21. It's got 21 things to do on here. And they start off simple, but then they kind of go to a little tougher things as you go along. When you're done, they even show you how it should look, right? That's kind of helpful. Because if you really mess it up, you can say, oh, that's what I was supposed to do. So I would keep this open on one screen, and then I would open up the Excel file on another screen like this, enable editing. And it's going to give you 3 tabs down here. The first tab is always a documentation tab. It should have your name up in here. And then it's got whatever tab else it's going to need. And everything's going to look weird because it's going to have you do a bunch of stuff that are also in the instructions. Yeah. So I've got a cash flow, I got a personnel thing down here. So I'm going to be doing stuff as they tell me to do it. So a quick example, the first thing in the assignment, it says, adjust the width of column A using auto fit, right? You see how Hernandez kind of runs over into column B. They're saying auto fit the width of column A. And you would learn in your training that you simply go up to column A, you highlight it, your cursor changes, see how it changed? In between A and B, you give that a double click, and it automatically widened to fit that name in there, right? So that's how you do it. That's basically the assignment. When you're done, you save it. And it tells you how to save it. It expects you to save it like this. It's going to give you your name _1. It expects you to save it as your name _2. And then save it and then upload it. Once you do that, you will get a grade in Canvas. It automatically uploads into Canvas. If you're not happy with the grade, take a look at it. And here's how to take a look at it. I've got some instructions in the announcements, but when you go here, you go to this SAM link way over here. And you can see results up here and say the projects. And you can find this downloaded submitted projects by student. Actually, this is probably, you probably won't get this. You'll probably just get your name. But for example, I'm going to look up, I don't know, Addison Asher, for example, right? And I'm going to make this bigger. So I'm going to close that X out. I want to make this bigger. And for example, this is all of our student in the past, Addison Asher, had submitted all these projects. And if I want to see the graded file, I click on this and I can see the work that was done. It shows me everything that was done wrong. Let's open up. Oh, it's too long ago. I can't do it. But if you open this up, it shows you the Excel spreadsheet again. And it just sort of tells you on there what you got right, what you got wrong. And then you can go back and kind of keep that one open and open up another one, a blank template, and redo the thing, or open up the one you just saved and redo the things you got wrong. And you can resubmit it again up to 3 times. So I would encourage that if you're struggling at first to get this done. Whew. Okay, that's about it. Going back to the Canvas, again, it's these top few things you'll be using. You may not even have all these other things. There are no quizzes really. Yep. So again, if you get in trouble, Canvas, inbox me, and we can go from there. Good luck to you.